Inhale with it lifted, and then continue the breath together as we go through the movement. And we'll go into a light stretch. Come up, and then we get switched to go to the other side. If only you guys could see our mega split right now.
We are tripods.
This is superhero pose right here.
We're in a super strong second, and it's because we have a super strong message for you today. We're going to show you some super strong warm-up lifts. Actually, the truth is a little bit more benign than people think it is. So if you're looking for like the super sexy black market moves, those are going to be on my only brands. But as far as what we're going to show you today, we've been doing these practice
And
lifts.
there's a paywall for that, so.
Yeah, we've been doing these lifts for over 10 years. So they've never gone out of style. They've never not been useful. So
Are we talking about your only brands lifts or these lifts?
No, the ones that we're going to show
Oh,
them.
okay, yeah.
Not the free ones.
Yeah.
We use them before rehearsal. We use them before performing on a stage and performing at competition.
Because what we've always been taught from our coaches is timing and getting in tune with each other. Prior to going into your routine is like key for us, especially if you guys are doing lifts also. Just getting in tune with each other is like the number one important thing. It's helped us a lot over the years, and show you guys a little bit of what we do and why we do it.
First practice lift, the shoulder set. So it's a little bit more difficult than it looks, but it is one of the most basic ones that you're going to use. So everything that we do on the right, we're going to come back down, we'll bring it to the left. You do the same exact thing on both sides. And we'll show you what we do while we're up in the air. We count in together, we got 5, 6, 7. Now once you get everything pretty and secure and all that stuff, I'm going to have Chelsea do something with her arms. Okay, so she's doing stuff with her arms. And that is difficult to hold, and that's the entire point. So now I can do the same thing to her. I can rotate, and I can make it difficult on her, and I can also try extending my arms, which is a little more terrifying. And then we grab her and we lower her like a kitty cat to the floor. Now you were explaining something earlier, Chelsea, where you were saying how you were complaining to our coach about me, and she put you in your place.
You liked that part of the story?
Yeah.
I explained it earlier in a different video. When we're doing stabilization, this is a warm-up lift. So when we're in it, we're trying to create variables. So I'm trying to move in opposite directions as him. He's trying to move in opposite directions as me. He's letting go, all of this kind of stuff, changing speed and everything. The purpose behind that is to cause a little bit of destabilization. And when I tried it for the first time, our coach was like, you need to try this. When I tried it for the first time, I was so angry because we're so unstable and it didn't feel right and I was falling and it felt ugly and all of these things. And she was telling me this is the purpose. It was like she was kind of guiding me gently into the direction of this is what the purpose of this lift is. It's an easy lift. And so you're able to control it well enough to go through and do some like crazy wild arm styling or he's letting go. It's purposeful, not supposed to look pretty type of practice lift.
You are practicing things not being 100%.
Correct.
And also the primary reason that Chelsea was angry during that lift is because years and years ago, she was bitten by a radioactive angry bird. So now she is...
I thought it was a chipmunk.
Well, yeah, it was a chipmunk too.
It wasn't a bird. The next thing that we're gonna do is the fish. We're just gonna go through it. And again, you're wanting to think about breathing with this, with all of them, but we'll show you kind of like our breath with this one too. So we get into position, Brandon breathes, I breathe with him. Exhale, inhale with it lifted, and then continue the breath together as we go through the movement. And we'll go into a light stretch. Come up, and then we get switched to go to the other side. It just comes, I just have to. I have to.
Yeah, do it.
It's ingrained in my body.
Yep.
And then we go up. This is another breathe in, breathe out. Go into fish. Light stretch. And then come up. And then that's when we get into, do you remember what the next one is?
Yeah, so like Chelsea was talking about, there's There's a way we learned it, and then over the years we
Kind of
added
created it into our own.
elements in, and it became like a dance itself. You're gonna have to do most
This
of
is
the
gonna
talking
be
on this one.
upside down.
Yeah.
So typically we dance into this one, but this is just like another warm up, and we have a tutorial to get into this and everything, but which is our tabletop from the floor. And this one, again, we're playing with stabilization. We're twisting it from side to side. I'm trying to move the arms, bring the legs together, do different positions. He's gonna take me forward. Trying to get the shakes. He's gonna do a couple of presses. Ooh! Let's try that again. This is great strength training.
The reason that I like that one is because I can feel not just my shoulders getting warmed up, but my chest. And because we're so close to the ground, I'm okay with making mistakes. So that's what I like about it. Like I can lower you easily to my chest. If you fall, you can reach down, touch the floor, use your feet.
If tabletop or the Dirty Dancing lift is your goal, this is a perfect one to start with, because once you get her overhead, it's very difficult to find that stabilization with feeling safe at the same time. So again, like you said, like this one is nice because she's so close to the floor, you can easily come down out of it without hurting each other.
So far we've got shoulder sit, right side, left side. We've got the fish, right side, left side. Now we've got the tabletop, and you'll just scale it. Start off really basic, then start to add little baby rotation, then maybe a little press a couple of times.
Yeah.
And do it like, I would say 3 or 4 times before you actually start rehearsal.
Yeah.
And then we can go into the bonus one. And this is more like for jumping movements, us timing off of one another.
I think that it's kind of like catching air, shaking the body, and feeling each other. Like when sometimes if you don't go off of the correct timing with each other, there's kind of like this like little gapping that happens. Brandon and I, that's like our #1 thing that we try to eliminate in everything. So we just get into timing with each other. And then once I feel him go into it, then I go again. It's so much fun. I mean, if nothing else, you just do it for fun.
So that's Chelsea's pro tip. Go for fun.
Do it because you like it.
So again, Chelsea's not being a noodle there. So she's timing off of my timing, and she can feel when I'm about to get underneath and brace and go. So my job as the base is like to not turn this into an arm exercise. So it's not like I'm a G.I. Joe soldier or something and I can only articulate from the shoulders. So use the springiness in the legs. Definitely use your bum if you got it. So you start off with feeling her bounce through her feet, and then you get suspension in the knees, and then you get underneath.
Oh, that could be a cool photo.
Yeah, there you go, photo idea.
Photo idea. Did you hear my stomach? Hold it together.
Are you hungry?
La cascada.
That was crazy loud.
I'm hungry. Feed me.
Sorry, my shirt's a little sticky.
I was gonna say, I figured it would be.
I'm going to talk about it.
Stop. So serious. So intense. Rotate. Did you hear my stomach?
Yeah.
That was crazy.
I actually heard your stomach in surround sound because your stomach was behind my head.
I wonder if you can hear it in the
On the
in
microphone. That would be funny.
Oh, big move.
So a lot of people will be like, what style of dance is this? They'll message on Instagram. They'll ask like, what style of dance is this? And typically the answer is theater arts. But there is a style of our division called cabaret, which is literally supposed to be done on like a dinner table, like a round dinner table, right? So these cabaret shows do not always involve booby tassels. And most of the time it's the guy and the girl doing it stationary. So we're gonna try and keep this as stationary as possible, all of these moves. They're supposed to
With
travel.
no booby tassels.
Yeah, they're supposed to travel a little bit, but I'm gonna try and keep it
I
really,
think you
really.
just wanted to say booby tassels.
Yeah, but I wanna try and keep it really, really on spot.
Yeah, you keep that on spot.
So pretend we're on a dinner table.
We're at your dinner table right now. You're so focused right now. Don't gurgle, Billy.
It did.
Stop, serious. My belly's like, did I hear show? My dinner? Dinner for me?
Performing tonight, Chelsea, Brandon, and Chelsea's stomach.
Bam.
I think I did it.
I think you did it too. Like we were going for pendulum. Like what I'm playing with is like either keeping the head straight as I go through pendulum or keeping my head focused on you guys. This time I did that only because I was like, I wonder if I'm still in frame. And it actually like showed me when
What it would look like.
Yeah, it actually, we stayed in frame, I'm pretty sure, at least for that part.
Now we're on the edge of the table. This
We're
movement,
at the edge. That one went so well, we're gonna try and push it and see if we can do it for another one.
this movement is supposed to travel, but we're gonna try and keep
We're
it
gonna keep it tight.
on spot.
Keep it tight.
Mission failure. No.
No! No! We're so far away, what happens?
I told you it was a mission failure.
Okay, we're gonna have to try again. Take two,
For
sorry.
the love of God, Brandon, get it right.
Tight.
Something tells me I'm off the table.
Back on the table, quick! Quick! Quick.
It's just a big
You know, it's an oval table.
Viking table.
Square, if you will. This way.
Yeah, it's like a,
Let's see. Take three.
screw this table, I'm going for speed. It was better, but I lost my calluses from not. Okay, let me explain. I had calluses from practicing barefoot, and then they went away, so I definitely feel it.
You're feeling it now.
But I do love practicing barefoot. I thought I would hate it. I don't. Just got my little dance paws.
I've made him a barefoot dancer.
Going out through this table, I'm going for speed.
We're looking at our last attempt here. I don't like that part. And then right here, I dropped my leg too low. Did you see it?
I saw it, but
Watch. So let's get in pause mode. This leg goes through. It should go straight back rather than dropping down and then going up. It gets there eventually, but there's like this little lag. So I'll show you again. Drop right there. Did you hear me breathing?
yes. Okay.
That was speed.
So this is why Chelsea and I are good for each other, because she'll go through frame by frame and hate on our dancing. And I loathe that part of her, but I also love it.
I'm like, no.
Because this is basically us being our own coaches. Like we record our stuff and then we try and make it better if we can. And I'm a good balance for her because I'm also the other side that's like, this is happening for a fraction of a Mississippi. No one will ever see it. So
Except me. I'll see it. I'll know it's there.
So try and be balanced between you and your partner. It works if you both have completely different personalities. That's my advice.
So go back, restart, get a new partner that has the complete opposite personality as yourself. There you go. That's our advice for today. You did good though today, Viv.
Thank you.
How do you feel?
I feel like, hopefully next practice you can do as good as I did.
I can do as good as you did. Maybe one day I'll be as good as Brandon.
That's right.
I'll be as strong and hard-headed.
Sexy.
I don't think you heard that last one.